Good morning. If you're watching this recording, we've got 4 minutes to go before we start, so you might like to fast forward rather than just sit and look at me. Good morning. I'm a bit early this morning. But that's all to the good, isn't it? Ah, it's Jenny. Hello, Jenny. And Philippa. Good morning, Philippa. Hope you're well this morning. Good morning, Michelle and Chris. Good to see you. Don't know how happy it makes me when people turn up. It's so lovely to have your company. Well, it'd be pointless doing it, wouldn't it, if there was no company? So it makes it all possible. Good morning, Sarah. Welcome. I can now see your Facebook picture. You know, the circular one at the top of your page. I can see that now next to your name, which is nice. This gives me an idea. Good morning, Dimple. So it's 7 o'clock and there's just a few of us here. No doubt there'll be a few more join us in the next minute or so. Or maybe not. Anyway, this morning we're going to do the meditation that's very loosely based on the Tibetan practice called Tonglen, which is translates as something like giving and receiving. And it's about kindness. It's about kindness to ourselves and to other people. And just really about being aware of being kind. But we use the breath as a reminder, the breath as a way of accessing that kindness. I'm going to read a poem to begin with. I've read it before some time ago. It's one of my favorites. It's by Naomi Shihab Nye, and it's called Kindness. Before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the future dissolve in a moment like salt in a weakened broth. What you held in your hand, what you counted and carefully saved, all this must go. So you know how desolate the landscape can be. between the regions of kindness. How you ride and ride, thinking the bus will never stop. The passengers eating maize and chicken will stare out of the window forever. Before you learn the tender gravity of kindness, you must travel where the Indian in a white poncho lies dead by the side of the road. You must see how this could be you. How he too was someone who journeyed through the night with plans and the simple breath that kept him alive. Before you know kindness as the deepest thing inside, you must know sorrow as the other deepest thing. You must wake up with sorrow. You must speak to it till your voice catches the thread of all sorrows and you see the size of the cloth. Then it is only kindness that makes sense anymore. Only kindness that ties your shoes and sends you out into the day to mail letters and to purchase bread. Only kindness that raises its head from the crowd of the world to say, "It is I you have been looking for," and then goes with you everywhere, like a shadow or a friend. That's a beautiful poem. And it contrasts kindness with sorrow. I think that's probably true. If we really experience our own lives and the suffering and sorrow in our own lives, then it's much easier to be kind both to ourselves and to other people. Sorrow has a way of changing us and bringing us up sharp with a sense of reality, of the way things are, of the way things change, and of our own habits and tendencies that create that sorrow sometimes. So I think that's a good start with that poem. So hello, Kamal, Louise, Emise, and Sam. Good to see you all. And this morning we're doing the meditation, as I said earlier, that's very loosely based on Tonglen. And so what we're doing is we're using the breath to bring kindness into our body. So if you're a Buddhist, you might imagine, might bring to mind the Buddha or a bodhisattva, what we call a bodhisattva. These beings, these enlightened beings, we might bring one of them to mind, particularly one of them that represents love, and we might focus on them and breathe in the love of that Buddha. But if you're not a Buddhist, what we can do instead is we can just breathing the kindness that is extant in the universe. So you might need to imagine that, or you might believe it like I do, that the universe is full of kindness. Excuse me. Just got to cough. It's better. The universe, I believe, anyway, is full of kindness. It's just, we live in this benign, benevolent universe, and it's only human beings that mess it up through all our emotions and habits. So for this meditation, I'm asking you to just key into that, really, to either imagine it or to believe it, hopefully. And we're going to breathe in the kindness of the universe, and we're going to use all that kindness that is out there, bring it into our bodies and use it for the benefit of ourselves and other beings. So I'll lead us through this. It's loosely based on the first 3 stages of the mindfulness of breathing. Okay, so we'll begin. So just taking a few minutes to settle before we start the practice. You might begin by noticing how you are right now, not when you got up or how you would like to be, but how you actually are right now, how you feel. And you might be feeling okay, you might be feeling good, you might be feeling a bit grumpy or sleepy, a bit out of sorts. So however you're feeling, it's okay. That's where we're starting from. But if you're feeling in a bit of a negative state, a bit unhappy, not trying to push that away, just turning towards any difficult feelings and giving them lots of care and attention. And difficult feelings really appreciate that, and they will moderate probably, or at least they won't get worse. If we push them away, if we tend to push difficult feelings away, and that either stores them up for another day or it makes them stronger. So just gazing upon ourselves with a sense of kindness and care. Feeling the weight of our bodies pressing down on the chair or the mat or the bed. Just really feeling that contact with whatever we're sitting or lying on. Just really feeling into that contact, the body sensations in the feet, in the bottom, or all along the back of the body if you're lying down. Just noticing any sounds you can hear. The warmth of the air touching your skin, or the coldness of the air. And a slight taste in your mouth. And anything you can smell. All this changes moment by moment. Being alive is a process of constant change. The body changing, what we call the outside world changing. So just constantly tuning into that as we meditate. Just being here right now. And we can bring our attention now to the breath. Coming in and out of the body, causing the body to move with the breath, rising on the in-breath, falling on the out-breath. So just allowing ourselves to become part of that. Maybe relaxing on each out-breath, letting go. Just letting any tension drop away each time we breathe out. And this is a breathing kindness meditation. So we just begin in the normal way as we would with the mindfulness of breathing, just following the length of the whole length of each out breath, from the beginning to the end. Relaxing with each out breath. Just letting go a little bit more each time we breathe out. Just relaxing. And just noticing what it feels like to release the breath. Now as you breathe out, let's imagine that you're breathing into a vast space, a vast spaciousness. Breathing into spaciousness. In fact, you're breathing into the whole universe. Just allowing in your imagination the space around you to open up. To become vast, infinite. Almost as if you could be sitting in the midst of a big blue sky, big blue Mediterranean sky. Warm and safe and vast. And this big, vast space is full of serenity and peace. Full of freedom from suffering and pain and difficulties. And the more we breathe into it, the more we enter into it. It's almost as if we start to become this vast space, this serenity, this kindness, this peace. Just allowing ourselves to let go into this vast, beautiful, warm space that we're breathing into. So now that we're here in this vast blue space, this serene, peaceful vastness, we can tune into its benefits. It's full of kindness and love, full of healing and nourishment. So now on the in-breath, just breathing in all this kindness, breathing in all this love in this vast universe, taking it into our heart center. Filling ourselves with all the positive qualities of the universe. Kindness, love, serenity, peacefulness, and freedom. Breathing them into our hearts, filling our bodies. Maybe noticing immediately that they have an effect. And as we breathe these qualities in, our whole being is filled with the benefits of kindness and love and serenity. We feel like we've got an infinite supply. So continuing to breathe in these qualities of the universe, we can now breathe them out over anything in our being that needs help. We can breathe them out over anything that causes us suffering. Maybe our sense of not being good enough, any sorrow that we may have, any tendency to anger, any resentment or upset, anything in our being that needs healing, that needs nourishing. Breathing in the love of the universe, breathing it out into anything that needs it in our being. Nourishing the whole of our being with the kindness of the universe, healing ourselves. And can we imagine the good that's this doing? Can we, in our imagination, can we see ourselves healing? Can we feel our bodies being nourished? And all the things that in our being that need help, being helped, being looked after by this kindness. Having a sense that already we're beginning to feel healed. And as we feel healed, as we feel better, continuing to breathe in this loving and kind sense from the universe, breathing it into our bodies, And now we can breathe it out over anyone who we know that needs it. Maybe a friend, a relative, somebody who is having a hard time. Just breathing out the love of the universe over them. Healing them, nourishing them, helping them in their difficulties. And as we do this, noticing, imagining the change, imagining that this person or these persons are beginning to feel better, are beginning to enjoy the love and kindness that is being poured onto them. They're being healed. They're feeling better. Just enjoying this sense that we're improving not only our own lives, but someone else's. And we can go further. We can breathe our loving kindness over the whole world. Breathing it over all the troubles, difficulties, pain and suffering in the whole world. Breathing out this love and kindness over all the people in the world, all the animals, all the birds, all the insects, all living beings, all doing their best to live their lives, and all suffering in some way. Noticing in our imagination at least how our breath is healing them, nourishing them, and that the world is becoming a happier place. We can see the world becoming more peaceful, more serene. As we open our hearts to all beings and to the world itself. So finally letting go of all effort and coming back into contact with ourselves, the feelings in our bodies, the sense of being where we are, sitting or lying, and just noticing what that feels like right now. How are we? And when I end this meditation, just taking your time, being gentle with yourself, moving your body and opening your eyes. Thank you, Dimple. I often have a bit of a frog in my throat first thing in the morning, which isn't very convenient. But once I've had a drink, it'll go. Thank you for your advice. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. And it's good to remember during our day to have this kindly attitude to other people. We really don't know what other people are going through. They might seem rude to us. They might seem a bit, I don't know, they might treat us badly or say things that offend us. But we really don't know what they're going through. And maybe if we can just have a sense of kindness towards everybody, it just makes our lives and their lives a lot easier. So that's the practice. So thank you for coming today. If I just mentioned that we have a course starting a week on Saturday, which is about myth. It's about the mythic qualities of the universe, really, in the form of some Buddhist mythic figures. So I don't know whether anybody is interested in that. It's quite a fascinating subject. If you are interested, just go to our website and look under courses and you'll find details. But very good to see you all again, and have a really lovely day. And Joanne will be back tomorrow doing loving kindness meditation, Kate on Monday, and I'll be back on Tuesday. So take care of yourselves in the meantime, and just stay safe in this weird, difficult world, and stay happy and stay loving. So lots of love to you all.